started at SRU in the fall of 2005, and the summer prior to starting school, I started working at the SGA bookstore when it was actually in the old Union. So I worked in the textbook department there, and I actually worked there for all 5 years of college. Yes, I was here for 5 years. So anyway, I came to college, and for as long as I could remember, I wanted to work for the CIA or the FBI or something like that, and I wanted to solve things. And I specifically thought I could be a criminal psychologist, and I wanted to understand how criminals worked. So I came in and I was a double major in criminology and psychology, and I took classes in the crim department and in the psych department for like a year and a half, and then I took this class I was super pumped to take called criminal investigation, and I was like, oh my god, this is going to be like the best thing in the world. And then it turns out the class was just about like procedural things related to investigating crime scenes. So it was a lot of measurement, and there was like a house that the crim department had, and you had to like investigate the scene and measure things, and it was really tedious. And ultimately you had to find a bag of Coke in the toilet. That was what you were trying to do. But I just thought it was incredibly tedious and awful, and I'm like, I cannot do this. And besides that, like, I'm not like psychologically like strong enough, I think, to deal with criminals or carry a gun or do anything like that. So I kind of had this big wake up moment, and I was like, oh my god, this is not what I need to be doing at all. And so I started taking classes in the comm department, and I wanted to be a journalist because ultimately I thought that I could investigate things and tell a story and get to the depths of things through being a journalist. And obviously I wouldn't have to do, all the things that I would have to do as a crim major, like carry a gun or be tough or anything like that. And then I took Dr. Harry's class, and I was super pumped about it. I was like, Comm 242 was called news writing then. I was like so excited. And I realized that I didn't have the attention to detail that one would need to be a journalist. So I was like, I always made fact errors. And I also realized I didn't have the spunk probably necessary for a journalist. Like, I'm not somebody who likes to not bother people, but like maybe insist on talking to them or something like that. So I'm like, okay, maybe not journalism, but I do like comm. Like, I took Comm 110, and I really like the content in there. And then when starting to talk about research within the discipline of communication was what really made me be like, oh, okay, now I can like investigate things and have questions and collect data and answer these questions or propose answers to these questions through like studying the process of communication. So it took me a while to get there, which is probably a big reason why I was here for 5 years.